Let's take a look at why Rory McIlroy hits the ball as far as he does. My name is Alex Keller. I'm a strength and conditioning coach for PGA Tour players, Korn Ferry Tour players, world long drivers, and some of your favorite influencers like Snappy Gilmore, Nick Delfico, Melosi Golf, and Leslie Atkins. And I help golfers gain more distance on their drive through simple and effective lifting techniques that are doing the right thing and not doing the same thing that you see over and over again from golf strength and conditioning coaches. But without further ado, I wanted to hop into Rory McIlroy's workout. This is something that is posted on the DP World Tour YouTube channel. But I can say from experience, I've trained some players that have been in the same trailer with Rory while he's working out before or before big tournaments. And the thing that he does differently than everybody else, that he lifts heavy and he lifts hard, even on tournament days, to prime his body to hit the ball as far as he does. We all know that he has one of the prettiest swings and one of the most effortless swings that just seems to go forever. So without further ado, let's hop into this workout edit that is on the DP World Tour site. I do want to start. It is starting with a incline dumbbell bench press. A lot of things that I really like about this, but I wanted to preface it with, I'm sure he has a warm up. I like to warm up the shoulders before I start a movement like this. Doesn't look like he's going crazy heavy, but heavy's relative, and you should always warm up, especially if you play at a high level or if you're just a weekend warrior that's out there playing. It's really important to make sure that you're primed and healthy to be able to work out, so we're not hurting ourselves and we can kind of do this for a long time. But a couple things I really like about this press. He's got his shoulder blades back and down to protect the shoulders. He actually has the dumbbells at an angle, so he's not holding them straight out, which is another really good thing to protect your shoulders. We don't need to be doing all of that in golf. Next is an elevated split squat. This is really, really great. As you guys know, lunges are one of my favorite movements to get us primed to hit the ball far and connected with the ground. This is another variation of that where you're doing all the reps on one leg, and he has his foot elevated, so he's actually able to get a better stretch through these movements, and he has them weighted, so he's getting a little bit more strength and power production, working through the glutes and all that kind of stuff. Love this movement. So he does that, and then he moves on to a bent over row. This is a great movement. He's doing it single arm, so he has to engage his core. It's great. And one thing that I really like that he does, you see him kind of rock forward. That gets a bigger stretch on the lats, which is a really cool thing to see. Yeah, it's great. I like this movement a lot, and his form is absolutely perfect. Next, he moves on to a bicep curl. Golf training doesn't have enough arms in it. And if you want to be able to handle any lie, you got to work on your arm and grip strength. And that's going to be something that is very important. So arm training is great. Moves on to a skull crusher past that, using the dumbbells. I love using dumbbells over a barbell. So this is a fantastic movement. And another reason it's going to help you with your grip strength and being able to handle any lie that you come across. Next, he does some body weight squat jumps. This is great as well. Would it be like my favorite movement? It's definitely not a compound movement, as we saw him do the elevated split squats and things like that before, but it's something to help add a little bit of explosiveness. So we definitely touch on this, adding box squats and things like that into programs for our more advanced athletes that want to do movements like that. Looking here, after the jump squats, he's going to be moving on to what is going to look like a deadlift, if I had to guess. Looks like he's going into it. He's doing a snatch grip, which I really like, and perfect form picking it up. And he's doing an RDL. So this is working on glute hamstring strength. It's one of the reasons why he's able to drive his glutes through the ball better than anybody else. The snatch grip, I think, is important because it's taking a movement where you can lift a lot of weight and it's making it so it's heavier. Having a snatch grip just makes a movement harder. Huge fan of making things harder than they need to be so you don't have to lift more weight. It's a great way to do it safely, and that's harder on the grip, so that's going to help with lies as well. Looks like he's loading up a bar here for what I'm guessing is his last movement. And he's finishing with the squat. So the squats, super fast tempo, super light. It's a great movement. I like it programmed in there. If anything, squats are probably the most important thing that he's doing this entire workout. So I would save this for the beginning. I would do this at the beginning. And if I had to change anything, that would be it. I would go heavier with the squats. I'd work on his full range of motion and make sure that he is getting everything out of that movement because it would be the most taxing, especially if you went heavy. But in overall terms, that was a fantastic workout. I can't imagine that I would make a lot of changes, or if I ran into that person training at the gym, that I would think that they were a golfer at all, which is what I like to see. A lot of things that are programmed in golf programs these days are twisting and weird balance things, or like even mimicking swings. And I know the first thing that pops into my head when I see that is, what is that guy doing over there? Like they kind of look out of place and dumb, and like they don't know what they're doing. Um, Training should be training, and we don't need to add all these twisting and crazy movements in there, especially under load, and especially for somebody like Rory McIlroy, who I'm sure spends a ton of time at the range every single day. So there's the review of his workout. Overall, I loved it. Um, Things that I would add warm up beforehand and stretching and cool down afterwards, specifically on the focus. But I love the fact that he's doing full body. We have a full body program inside of the Streak Performance app that is 5 days a week. But also we have 3 day a week and 2 day a week options as well, where you're going to be gaining more power and hitting the ball as far as you possibly can. We added 50 yards onto Leslie Atkins' drive, and I added 30 yards onto Trey Cox, who is one of our PGA Tour players, with our Bombs Away Only Bands program, where he never had to step foot into the gym at all. So check those out. If you want to, we have a 7 day free trial that's always live in Streak Performance. This is a program and programs built by us, where a platform doesn't rule what we make. So I can't wait to have you guys check it out. Go ahead and join that free trial and join our live calls that happen every single Thursday, where you can ask me any questions that you want to about golf training, nutrition, anything like that, and we'll be able to help you for free.